Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is more round of 30. No, it's not. It's round of 16. I had to stop myself there. Welcome back to some World Cup predictions. It is round of 16 time continuing on. The good thing about the games being like spread out is there's not as much pressure on me to like record them all the time. I can just do like one or two a day and then just, that's me done. I quite like it because I thought, oh, I'm not going to get caught up with these in time, but this one isn't now. Brazil and Norway. I'm recording it on the fourth, and it's not going to be till like the fifth at 10 p.m. or whatever it is. So I'm chilling. I'm actually chilling. It's quite good. It's quite nice to have to not stress about it. So yeah, it's been quite good. For a little update as well, in real life, all around the 32s have been completed, and the round of 16s have been confirmed. We've played two of them. We played Canada versus Morocco, and we played Paraguay versus France. If you want to see the results from them, go back and watch them. You get no spoilers from me. The rest of the round of 16s, we've got Brazil versus Norway. Then we've got the dreaded Mexico versus England, Portugal versus Spain, USA versus Belgium, Argentina versus Egypt, and then Switzerland versus Colombia. Interesting round of 16s. To be honest, there could be some shock teams into the quarterfinals and some shock teams into the semi-finals potentially as well. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get on with what we've got on the screen because I actually don't know which way it's gonna go. I mean, obviously Brazil haven't been top tier Brazil, but they're still Brazil, and Norway have been quite good. I don't. Who did they beat in the bloody thing? Senegal was it? I'm gonna say Senegal. Final answer. It's not Senegal because they played Belgium. Was it Ivory Coast? I yeah, great memory from me. Let's go Google it. Norway beat Ivory Coast 2-1. Brazil beat Japan 2-1. Yeah, both needed late goals for their respective nations to win. With Martinelli getting the late one for Brazil, and then I think it was Haaland that got the winner for Norway. Anyway, settings: 10-minute half length, legendary difficulty, competitor mode on, player based difficulty on, quick subs on. The ball will remain the same throughout the round of 16. It is Umbro League of Ireland. Why do I always have hiccups when I fucking record? Stadium, we're gonna go. I don't want to use the same ones. Let's go see if we can find a different one. Lumenfield we used recently. I've not used the Gillette one. What's the J? Oh, Estadio. Yeah, never mind. That's it out of the equation. We'll go to the Inter Miami one. I don't remember the last time I used that. Custom conditions, summer. I believe. I just said what time this is going to happen in real life. I can't remember what I said. I want to say it's 9. I am going to Google it again, though. By the times I Google World Cup matches, my fucking Google search engine will be bloody sick of it. It's 9 p.m., so we'll go 4 p.m. Clear, Ambro, ball still, natural grass. Fresh green blades of the grass on the football pitch, please. Thank you very much. Let's get into the teams then that will contest this one. These are your lineups, ladies and gentle people. This is how Brazil have gone on the left, and that's how Norway have gone on the right. So, take a look at the sides. It is Alisson in goal, Santos and Danilo as the fullbacks, Gabriel and Marquinhos as the centre-back partnership, one of the best centre-back partnerships at the World Cup. Sorry, Haaland. Good luck, mate. Casemiro in CDM. Paquetá and Guimaraes have been decided as the centre midfielders today, with Vinicius Jr. going in off the left-hand side, left wing side type beat. Rafinha, the captain, as the right winger as well, and then Matheus Cunha has been chosen to be the striking option for Brazil. Now, for the Norwegian side, it is Nyland in goal. A lot of question marks around him being the goalkeeper, but he proved himself, definitely did against Ivory Coast, so I've got to give him credit where credit is due. Wolf on the left back side. Ryerson, I know he's injured. I thought the game would have automatically taken him out by now, but it hasn't, so he's just chilling. Respect to him. He's at right back. Hegem and Ayer, the centre back partnership. Arsnes, Berger, and Ødegaard, the midfield three, with Ødegaard captaining the side. I believe in simulation it was Ødegaard that got the last minute winner for Norway against Ivory Coast. In real life it was Haaland. But yeah, Martin Ødegaard, the captain, could be potentially moving away from Arsenal, who he also captains. Keep an eye on that. They got Nusa off the left wing, who scored a beautiful goal against Ivory Coast, with Ahmad then eclipsing it. the second half, but that's beside the point. Nusa still scored a really nice goal. Sorloth on the right wing, which I don't agree with. I don't know why you have a 6'5" Leviathan on the wing, but maybe I'm an idiot. And, well, no maybe about it. And Erling Haaland starts up top for Norway, as you would expect. So these are your teams. I genuinely haven't got a score prediction yet. I'll be thinking about it as we load into this one. But at the Inter Miami Stadium, 10-minute half length, legendary difficulty, authentic game type. On a sunny afternoon, it is Brazil versus Norway.
This is the kind of occasion we all relish as football fans. Non-stop hype all week long, and now for the action. Hello, it's great to be with you, and I don't think anybody is going to complain, especially about the weather. I'm Derek Ray, and joining me for commentary is the former England international.
Well, I was meant to be, or at least at some point today, I was meant to be checking my car, making sure everything was okay on it, but the weather is shit. So that's not happening. It is pouring it down sideways. So we're going to give that a miss. So I wasn't planning on recording another one today, purely because I was going to try to get stuff in my car, at least know what to try and sort before I go away next weekend. But the weather is shite. So there's no point really. National anthem's out the way.
Gets the nod in goal. Gabriel plays alongside
and the teams to be announced.
Starts
Brazil are going with this starting 11. Definitely options on the bench, so if you want to use them. Carlo Ancelotti, you can use Hendrick if you like, mate. We're not going to sacrifice you. Norway are ready to go as well. We know their team. And they could shock Brazil here, to be honest. Stala Solbakken picks his 11. I honestly could see this going either way. Are the nets pink? Oh, because we're at the Inter Miami Stadium, the nets might be pink. I could see this going either way, to be honest. But like I said, Brazil haven't been top tier Brazil, but Norway have managed to get as far. Who says no? You know, who says no? I have gone for a Brazil victory, but I'm not confident in it. Like, my prediction is now locked in. I've gone 2-1 Brazil. I know I said that a little bit early, jumped the gun there before the kickoff, as Brazil, obviously, in their yellow, will be going from left to right. Norway, in their red, will be going from right to left. But, yeah, it's going to be a close, tense one, and it might even go to extra time. I wouldn't be shocked if it does. In fact, this is one of the ones where I think it's most likely to go to extra time. One of the round of 16 matches where I think it will go beyond 90 minutes. Probably the likeliest one, like I said. So I'm going to say 2-1 Brazil, but there's not a lot of confidence behind that prediction for me. Because Brazil can do it. They just need to want to do it. And they also need to keep an eye on that man up front for their opponents, Erling Haaland. As well as Ødegaard as well, bringing quality. Nusa, we know, is quite a good youngster. There is quality all over that side for Norway, but there's obviously a lot of quality for Brazil as well, which is why I think it's hard to separate these teams. But I'm going to go 2-1 Brazil. Final lock-in, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. I've got a lot of these wrong. I haven't actually kept track of how many I got right and wrong. I maybe should have done that. Maybe I'll do that after the World Cup. And you might have noticed as well, I've given up on the spreadsheet. I don't think anyone was entirely arsed about it, and I'm not doing a ton of work if nobody really cares to see it. Just not a lot of point. It would have been nice to like compare all the results, but I just can't be bothered, quite frankly. I've not had the time, and it doesn't really need to be done. Haaland gets a half-hearted heading effort. Alisson there, nothing to worry. The Liverpool shot stopper, and now it's Brazil that go with Rafinha. Heavy touch though is won back by Wolf. Wolf that touchdown, didn't he? Sorry, even I'm not happy with that joke. Arsnes Tackled by Bruno G. Cunha. Rafinha now a little bit, you know, the skill. Casemiro to Cunha. Casemiro again. Marquinhos. Cunha. Rafinha dog. Casemiro. Rafinha dog again. Casemiro. Vinicius Junior can't turn. Christopher Ayer. And it is away by Norway. There's Norway, they cleared that. I need to stop. I really need to stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. It's just getting out of hand. I'm going to be making so many of those fucking jokes. I've made some of those jokes already in a Discord that I'm in, and I'm getting fucking red carded for it. Yeah, I'm sorry about the Norway jokes. I will be making more of them. There's no way I'll be able to stop myself. Hagen with the ball on to Arsenis. Berger out wide to Nusa. Overlapping is Wolf. Can he find a ball into the centre to the big man? Nope. Knocks it back to Nusa. And they're going to play it along the ground despite having two target men they could aim for. Interesting choice of attack there for Norway. And it could be a problem now because they've all committed up for the attack and they've got nobody back. Vinicius Junior being greedy but laying it off to Rafinha instead. And that's going to be 1-0. Well, I mean, absolutely no sympathy there for Norway because they just committed everybody up, left nobody back. Vinicius Junior had all the time and space to do whatever the fuck he wanted. I thought he was going to play it through to Cunha, opts to go down the right hand side into Rafinha instead, and the captain lashes it top left past Nyland, and it could be a long day for Norway. If they're going to defend like that, it will be a long day for Norway. They need Big Earl to step up and step up fast. Haaland yet to have an opportunity before Brazil take the lead. In real life, I don't think Rafinha Doggy Dog's been doing too much, but in this game he gives them the lead. I'm slightly hyper. I don't really know why, because I don't want to make me hyper. I don't know if you could tell by me calling Rafinha Doggy Dog. I thought that was the giveaway. I'm just trying to keep myself awake, to be honest, because I've got work later, and then I've got World Cup later as well. I need to somehow keep myself alive as well. Not alive, but like awake for the England match on Sunday night. So that should be a fun one. I've got work all day, and then I come back and watch England probably lose to Mexico. My score prediction will be incoming on that one, and it's a spicy one. It is a spicy prediction I've got for it. I know what I'm going to predict. And it's a bit out there, it's a bit crazy, but when I record that, which might not be today, ladies and gentlemen, it might be tomorrow. It might be later tonight. It might be tomorrow. I don't know yet. What I do know is that it'll be an interesting prediction. However, Brazil have the lead in this one, and Norway need to find a way back. I would suggest crossing it into your big men in the box, because surely Sorloth can cut in off the right hand side and be in the box for a header potentially, and Haaland heading is one of his best assets, so maybe a ball in the air wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, as Erling Haaland gets dispossessed by Marquinhos. No foul, says the ref, which is correct because it wasn't.
Mateus Cunha is with Vinicius Junior. Gabriel. Casemiro. On to Guimarães. Now Casemiro.
I feel like it's one of those games where Brazil could take over because Norway aren't using their best players to their best ability. And Guimarães plays it through to Vinicius Junior, who seems to have dropped a bit more central here. Guimarães to Casemiro, Rafinha, and that's what I mean. Like, this could be a bit of a demolition job. I may have underestimated Brazil, or I may have overestimated Norway. I don't know, but Rafinha gets his second. It's through from number 8, Bruno G. I'm pretty sure it was. Played it through. Bruno Guimarães. And then Rafinha, it's a very nice finish. I think he's got a finesse shot plus. He's got something plus. I don't know if it's finesse shot, but what I do know is that that is a very nicely taken finish, very well placed, and it is a second goal for the captain. And it is Norway who are in trouble now, so to speak. And that's what I mean. I thought I thought Brazil were going to take this game by the scruff of the neck, and they've done exactly that. This is what France needed to do against Paraguay. No spoilers on that simulation, but it's what they needed to do. Brazil are doing it. Brazil are currently in the process of it. So much stuff. Can Norway get one back? Maybe if they cross it into Haaland instead of putting it on the floor. He's not bad on the floor, but he'll probably win a header. Actually, he might not, because Marquinhos and Gabriel are at the back. Maybe that's why they're playing it on the floor. They're both good defenders on the ground as well. It's a long day for Erling Haaland, to be honest with you. If I, just to cut a long story short, it's a long day for him.
Erling Haaland.
Long day for the Norwegian hitman, but I wouldn't rule it out him, pulling something off before the game is done. Wolf goes down by Marquinhos, and Alisson can gather before it goes for a corner.
It's with Gabriel. Lucas Paqueta. Casemiro. On to Paqueta. Bruno Guimaraes. Vinicius Junior. Eyeing an opening. Guimaraes. Casemiro. Danilo. You can almost see their opponents racking their brains. How do we stop this? Well, they stopped them in their tracks.
I am going to commentate momentarily. I'm just sorting out
Berge.
chargers.
Berge with it. Oh, given away.
I will be back to my best in momentarily as Cunha looks to probably make it 3-0, or Vinny might. A good save from Nyland though.
Oh, it's a wonderful save. It comes at him quickly, very little time to react, but he just manages to keep it out. It's great goalkeeping.
Now a short corner here. Can he find the right pass?
Right, lock in. Back into the locking in the Sorloth to Haaland. I still don't rate a 6'5" winger, but again, I am probably in a minority of one. He does play it over at Haaland. Haaland plays it inside to Ødegaard. Closed down by Lucas Paqueta. And away. Norway are going to have to fucking scrap and claw if they're going to get back in this one. And I'm going to be honest, I think Brazil have probably built the buffer that they needed to. They're not using Haaland to their full capabilities and they're pissing around with the ball too much. Orsnes gets dispossessed by Bruno Guimaraes. And now Brazil have the control again just before half time.
Paqueta. Mateus Cunha.
But yeah, I was talking about it earlier. I wasn't going to record this because I could try and sort out stuff in my car, but the weather is atrocious. So I'm recording instead.
We saw the situation developing.
I don't know, like I said, if I'll be able to do England v Mexico today.
Released it nicely.
But I'll try because I know that's the one everyone's waiting for. Sorloth to the edge. Ryerson. Ødegaard. Berge.
Well, they couldn't keep that sequence going, unfortunately.
Sorloth to Ødegaard. Just shoot, man. Stop doing all... Oh, actually, hold on. Never mind. Sorry, Ødegaard. Yeah, sorry, Martin, mate. It's one goal back for Norway. I'd like to make a public apology to Martin Ødegaard. I got impatient. He said, shut up, mate, and assisted Sorloth.
Well, here we can see
Sorry, I'm
again.
looking for something in my
And a
room as
simple
well.
finish
So
it
if you
may
hear me
have been,
rustling
but it's all
about,
about the movement in the
I'm
box.
looking
Just
for
to
something.
find that yard or two of
I don't
space.
actually remember where I put it.
That's what makes it an easy finish in the end.
Right. Figure it out after. I'll figure it out post-recording. There's no point looking while I'm recording because I won't be able to focus. What I do know is that Sorloth, who is not a winger, has got one back for Norway, and that could make this game very, very interesting indeed.
Vinicius Junior.
Very, very interesting.
Mateus Cunha.
So many bags. I don't know why I've got so many bags.
Marquinhos.
Bloody hell. Right, I need a proper sort out of this room. It's not like it's bad, it's just not good. But I found what I was looking for, so I suppose that's a positive sign.
Now Casemiro.
That's fine.
Ball with
We come to
Danilo.
half time, and we're getting there anyway. I don't think there'll be any more attacks. Norway have made it very, very
A chance
intriguing.
then for the respective managers to
Could
address
change the
their
game.
charges. It is half-time here. Rafinha absolutely terrific in the first half, and his opponents having a devil of a time stopping him.
Well, he's been outstanding, hasn't he? He's taken his goals.
Rafinha
so
with a
well.
brace
Everything about
for
his
his
play
country.
was
As the
quality.
captain, he's
Wouldn't
taken
surprise
centre
me if he gets
stage.
his hat-trick in the
But
second
one
half.
back for Sorloth means that now Brazil have to try and hold on here or find a third. Very interesting, very tightly poised, very finely poised at half time. Quite literally the stats as well. 50-50 in terms of possession. Both have had the same amount of the ball. Norway have passed it around slightly better with 3 shots each as well. Brazil have the advantage in XG, 1.6 to 1. But I wouldn't rule out Norway now. I was thinking Brazil could run away with this, but I wouldn't rule out Norway now that they got one back. Definitely involved. Taking a look at performances then at the break. It is Norway's Martin Ødegaard is the best player for them. He seems to be very important in these matches. And I apologise for yelling at you, sir. I thought you were taking too long pissing around, but it worked out. You weren't pissing around, and we got the goal. A assist and an 8.4 for the Arsenal and Norway captain. Following on from that, Alexander Soloth, not the most conventional right winger you'll ever see in your life, but he is a striker, and he's shown that by finding the finish to put Norway back into this match. 7.6 for Alexander Soloth, 7.2 for Sander Berge. Not fantastic, but good enough. Christopher Ayer, same story. He's done all right. Hasn't been incredible, but he's been the better centre back out of 2, just as Torbjorn Hegem hasn't been bad either, to be honest. 7 rating. Orsnes, a little underwhelming in my opinion. Ryerson as well, but Ryerson really shouldn't be on the pitch anyway. However, he is, and he's doing bang average. David Muller-Wolf, done a couple of overlaps, but that's about 8. Erling Haaland has been largely isolated. Don't know why they're not just putting it onto his head to give him more of a chance. I know he can score with his feet, but he can also score with his head as well. So, I don't know. Maybe a little bit of a game change to involve Haaland a bit more. Could benefit Norway. Could make them pull off the shock here, potentially. It would be a shock. Antonio Nusa struggling as well as Orian Niland, who has had 3 shots in his goal. 2 have been conceded to Rafinha. 1 has been saved. It could have been 3 because Vinicius Jr. of course had that effort that was saved. However, it's still in the balance here as Matheus Cunha is the best player so far for Brazil. I actually don't really know what he did, but I'm also here for it because he's a Man United boy. So yeah, Matheus Cunha, best Brazilian in the world as we always knew. Bruno Guimaraes with an assist and a 7.5 from midfield. He has been very good today, as well as Lucas Paquetá. He's been decent as well. 7.4 for the former West Ham man. He's not Flamengo, I think. Rafinha with a brace. The captain taking centre stage, like we said, getting the goals, hopefully to put his team over the line. But again, that Sorloth goal has really put it into question. Casemiro 7 rating. He's been decent, as good as a 30-plus-year-old could be. I don't know how old he is. He's 35 now. Former Man United man. I hate to say that because his contract's expired now officially. Marquinhos 6.9, bang average. Vinicius Jr. I would argue he hasn't been that bad, but again he's not been as involved as Rafinha has. So an assist of 6.5 for Vinicius Jose de Oliveira Jr. Douglas Santos kind of poor. Gabriel as well, not great. Alisson in goal. He's had 3 shots against him, saved 2, granted, but has let 1 in, and a 6.2 rate for him. And then Danilo, the lowest rate of Brazil. So going into the second half then, no changes to make at half time for either side. But what I do know is that the scoreline is only 2-1, which means Norway, if they get the second half kicked off right, could change the game, could shock the foundations in this one. However, if Brazil get it right out the gate, they could run away with this. So with 45 minutes, potentially more to play, let's get into this next half of this round of 16 clash.
So back in business here. Who wants it more in the second half? Oh, nice ball.
Norway did get off on the right foot, but it's closed down by Brazil and away.
Vinicius Junior.
Douglas
Gabriel.
Santos. Now Gabriel. They can't
Marquinhos.
piss around with it too much at the back. I know they want to keep possession and keep the lead, but we've just kicked off the second half, fellas. And you've got two big Vikings that could come and press you at any moment. I wouldn't recommend. I know Gabriel and Marquinhos are very, very good, but so are Erling Haaland. And Alexander Soloff ain't bad either, because he has put the goal in. Haaland's been a little bit off par, but he's always due a goal. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does level this, or at least get a second for Norway, depending on what the scoreline is.
And Norway have it back now.
Casemiro caught in possession, exactly like I said. And Orsnes plays it out to Sorloth. Berge.
Attack looks promising.
Ryerson. I know he should be on the pitch, but I thought the game was going to automatically change it. It didn't, obviously, evidently. Marquinhos gets it away. It's a deflected cross. She's done well. And Bruno G wins the header over Orsnes. If this is just a boring 2-1, not a boring 2-1, but like if the second half nothing happens, I will be slightly irritated.
Vinicius Junior.
There's no point in Norway scored if they're just not going to fucking build on it. There's no point. There's no point in Brazil not scoring because they need to. I need something to happen. Pretty much is my gripe here. Rafinha through to Cunha, who I think was looking for the run of somebody. I don't know who, but it didn't work anyway. Haaland wins the header. Paqueta wins it back from Brazil. Cunha off target. Usually I'd back my man, but not on that occasion. It's a poor effort.
Oh, moving it nicely. Well, that effort was always
Now Rafinha the latest to miss. But Brazil look more likely to go 2 up than Norway do, to looking to get back in this. Concerning signs potentially. My phone is crashing for some reason, which is great. It's exactly what you want. Definitely not annoying or irritating in any way. I've got multiple apps open, so that's probably why. Ball in the middle. Oh, Alisson catches. But just a bit more of that, Norway. You might have your equaliser because you've got a tall Viking in the striker position. You've also got a tall Viking on the right wing. You also left too much space at the back here that Brazil can exploit. Paqueta, Vinicius Junior, it's closed out. Oh, that's not Rafinha got it. But Bruno G's offside. Oh, Rafinha might have been offside. I thought it was an interception there for a second, but I'm blind apparently.
No idea what's going on around him.
It's Guimaraes that is offside. And it will be a free kick to Norway. Is there going to be drama with half an hour left on the clock? Or can Brazil keep this lead? I'd like it if Norway could cause drama just for the content, but I don't think they will, truthfully. Haaland, Nusa, tries to find Solot, not quite. Press is good though. Douglas Santos in trouble, but it's away by Alisson. At least initially. Cunha, poor header. Nusa plays up to Sorloth, but it's closed down again. I think Brazil's defence will be too strong for that equaliser to come, if I'm being honest. Berge wins the header. Nusa, Sorloth, Orsnes, Nusa. There's too many players at the back here for Brazil, and Haaland nearly picked through. Alisson gets there first. A bit theatrical. I think it was actually Orsnes that was running through rather than Haaland. Either way, theatrical. But now Rafinha has been doing what he's been doing all game, bearing down on the Brazilian goal. Ayer with an interesting challenge. It got the ball for a second, but Rafinha still gets the shot off. Saved though, and now Norway go again with Sorloth over here on the right hand side. Ryerson, back to Sorloth. Playing it between each other. Nusa. If it ever seems like I'm behind on the commentary, I think there is like a 0.5 second delay between like what I say and what comes up on the stream. But also, I'm just trying to catch up with the quick passing as well. So if it feels like there's a little delay, it's probably my brain only. Nusa tries to find Haaland, goes down. Yeah, I think Brazil's defence will remain resolute enough to hold on to this result, which is kind of boring. But what if they don't? What if Norway do score? Oh, gee, what are you, brother? Very lucky to only be a yellow. Orsnes, what is he doing? What a silly challenge.
Well, the card is out, and it's yellow.
That might be a red, you know. That might be a red. Danilo off for Bremer. Directing out of defence, despite the fact that Bremer is going to be playing at left back, probs. Unless they go to 3 back. Smart from Brazil, as Norway are the ones still chasing.
Berge. Aursnes. "20 minutes to go in this one. Fredrik Aursnes. Berge.
Attention, Brandy Lay. Please report to guest relations for an important message. Brandy Lay to guest relations, please.
Alexander Sørloth. Berge with it. Oh, got into position brilliantly.
Yeah, I don't see Norway getting past that line now, especially with Bremer in it as well.
Chance to play it in.
Vinicius Junior, Paquetá. Brazil looking to make more changes.
And they couldn't quite muster a real
Probably more
threat.
defensive ones just to make sure, but
Firm there, didn't he?
I don't know. Ødegaard down the right hand side for Norway on the counter attack here. Nusa, Berger, Sørloth does find his captain. Haaland's there if he wants to use him. And he does want to use him. Oh, well, Norway, what have we got here? It's a good save from Alisson. That's exactly how I thought it would play out there, with Ødegaard playing the ball into Haaland, and it nearly happened. It's another defensive change for Brazil. Santos coming off for Ibanez at right back.
Going short.
Douglas Santos, I believe that is, because Danilo Santos is already off. Ødegaard to Hegem. I don't know why he's the short option, but I don't know why Ødegaard's tried that either, to be honest. And now it could be a counter-attack for Brazil. Vinicius Junior can't be stopped by Hegem.
Might be able to launch a counter-attack.
Casemiro, Rafinha, Mateus Cunha. Rafinha on for the hat-trick. Ibanez goes down by Ryerson, and I think now Ibanez is very far up. Try and utilise that space. If you had a fast right winger, you probably would be able to, but because you've got a hulking 6'5" striker there, maybe not the same effect. Orsnes gets it from Ryerson. Ødegaard, stop doing the damn step overs. He's your Arsenal teammate. He knows what's coming. Go against Marquinhos for fuck's sake. But he knows what's coming because he beat you in the Champions League final. Bruno G. Back to Casemiro. Through the gap. Vinny Junior, good save Nyland. I don't think it needs to be that theatrical, but at least it keeps Norway in the game. Cleared out to Orsnes. There is going to be a throw in here as well as a substitution. Casemiro off for Fabinho. Nusa as well making way. He struggled today. I believe that's Shelder up coming on for the Norwegians. Throw in for Brazil. 9 minutes left. Ryerson, brilliant tackle. Is there going to be late drama? Ødegaard, Haaland runs offside, but Sørloth stays on. Orsnes is an idiot. He's just an idiot. Why is he being an idiot?
He has teammates around him.
Ibanez gets it away, and now it's Brazil. Again, I think Norway are just going to run out of time. I've said it since the half. Paquetá goes down. Vinicius gets it just about away from his possession, though, and it's still in Brazil's. Fabinho caught by Ødegaard. If they're going to have it, they're going to have to go for it now. Orsnes spots Sørloth. I need him to stop pass it backwards. I'm going to have like an aneurysm. It's Berger with the worst pass I've seen in my life. Do we not want the equaliser then, Norway? No? Fuck me. Couldn't pass a parcel. Hegem should win this. Shelder up. I don't care. I don't care. Sorry, Norway, you've lost my interest. It's these little shitty passes that never work ever, and yet the AI continues to do them.
Ibanez.
Get Brazil a third. You know what? Why not? Rafinha, get your hat-trick, fella. Vino, Bruno G, Vinicius Jr. close down by Ayer. You got one more chance here, Norway, to win my fucking goodwill back. I know you won't, but I'm a believer. Haaland out to shoulder up. Needs to get it back to Haaland, sharpish. That's not back to Haaland, sharpish. It is back to Haaland, but it was about fucking 5 seconds longer than it needed to be. A quick 1-2 there puts the Viking through and maybe on for an equaliser instead of getting tackled by Marquinhos. I think that is going to do it. What a dead second half in the end. Norway may get one more chance if they can win the ball back, but it's probably done. Like, what the fuck? I suppose it's good by Brazil, though, to hold on. Guess that's a positive to take. Mateus Cunha, Lucas Paquetá, Fabinho, tackled by Berger. They need to go, they need to go now. They've got 2 minutes. The guard, Orsnes. I can tell the pass is going to fuck this up completely somewhere along the line. I'm just wondering who's going to be the one to do it. Ryerson, the guard. Good ball to shoulder up. In to Berger. Out wide to Orsnes. And he's the one that fucks up. Shock horror. I'm not even surprised. He's been fucking wanked this game. What an idiot. Why is he on the right mid anyway? What fucking formation change have we gone for?
Yeah, it was a close game. Lots of energy from both sides.
I knew that wasn't going to happen for Norway. It just felt like it wasn't going to happen. Poor Erling Haaland made good spaces and just didn't get a sniff apart from that one chance where Ødegaard picked him out. At the end there, shoulder up could have done the quick 1-2, but no. And then Orsnes has just been fucking... I don't know why he wasn't dragged, to be honest. I don't know why he didn't get subbed off. In the end, though, it's a shitey second half, but the first half produced goals, and that's what sended the scoreline as 2-1 to Brazil in the end. Rafinha with a brace, Sorloth got one back, but Norway could not find the leveller, and Brazil get out of dodge. 91st match down. Legendary AI wins for the 91st time. Take a look at the match facts. Frustration you got to think for Norway. Just a fucking stupid... Those little passes do my head in. Like the ones that you just know don't have enough power on them. They just do my fucking tits in. 50-50 in terms of possession. No way to split that. 7 shots to 4 in favour of Brazil with 2.9 split to goals to 1.5. It didn't feel like that kind of game, I'll be real. And it also didn't feel like Brazil had as much of the ball as Norway. But maybe that's because I was pulling for a Norway equaliser and I wasn't really focusing on what Brazil were doing. But in the end, the equaliser didn't come. The drama doesn't happen either. Fucking boring, you know. Performances at the end of this one. Man of the match goes to Martin Ødegaard for Norway as he gets an 8 rating. 8.2 rating, sorry. And an assist. Alexander Sorloth did what he could. He got a goal. 7.5. Not much more he could do. Sander Berger, 7.3. He was decent in the midfield. They went for a 4-2-4 in the end. And it was the right idea, just probably executed too late. And also all the players were in the wrong fucking place. Ryerson with a 7.1. Orsnes with a 7.1. I have absolutely no idea how he scammed that rating, because he was wank. And I say that. He was completely and utterly poor. Torbjorn Hagen with a 7 rating. Christopher Ayer, 6.9. They were alright in defence, but it wasn't defence they needed in that second half. Antonio Nusa, I didn't think he did too well today. 6.9 rating only. Just didn't feel good enough for the Norwegian left winger. Wolf as well, 6.7. Could have done better. Haaland, I think that's a bit unfair on Erling Haaland, because he was getting in the right spots. He was just getting fucked over by his teammates who decided to leave their brains at home, unfortunately. And the big Norwegian striker doesn't get his goal today, doesn't get his rating either. Nyland in goal, 6.1, 5 shots on his goal, 3 saves, 2 conceded, but it wasn't enough to get a result against the mighty Brazil in the end. So, is what it is. Shoulder up came on too late, couldn't make a change. Man of the match for Brazil was Lucas Paquetá, 7.7 rating for the former West Ham man, Bruno Guimaraes, with an assist and a 7.7 in the end in Newcastle midfielder. Actually had quite a good innings today, I'll give him credit. Rafinha with a brace and a 7.5. Mateus Cunha with a 7.4. Casemiro with a 7.1 in the end. He did alright, I suppose. Roger Ibanez with a 7 rating. Marquinhos with a 7 rating. Decent ratings. Actually, Ibanez wasn't too bad when he came on. He did cause a little bit of mischief down that side, but in the end, didn't really cause enough mischief to, you know, get a result, unfortunately. For the other defender, Gabriel, 6.9. Not fantastic in the end, but good enough. I suppose Brazil are through, so ratings won't be too bad. Like, there won't be too much focus on them, but you got to think for the next country they face, a little bit more needed. Vinicius Jr. with an assist and a 6.8. Danilo Santos struggled. Alisson in goal. 4 shots on his goal, 3 saves. The 1 conceded from Sorloth. I think he deserves a little bit more than a 6.5, especially for that late save with Haaland's effort, after he actually got an effort because Ødegaard passed it through. Someone with a brain. I can't believe I'm saying that about Ødegaard, but you look at the other people who are fucking making passes and you realise, shit, he's the hope. Fabinho, Danilo, Bremer, all average as well. Of course, some of them were subbed on, some of them just didn't have good games. But that is going to wrap up another prediction. I did do Norway's ratings, didn't I? I did, yeah, because Ødegaard was man of the match. That is going to wrap up another predictions, ladies and gentlemen. But I hope you guys are enjoying the World Cup. And I'm sorry I got a little bit pessimistic in that second half, but you could see why I was getting pessimistic. Like, you just need to play the ball through to your tall striker, and then you're fine. But apparently, the message didn't go through, and they just decided to do everything but that. So, I don't know. What I do know is that is going to wrap up this prediction, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to wrap up the day for me. I probably won't record the England and Mexico game. I'll see if I can, but don't bet your life on it. But I hope you guys are enjoying the World Cup. Hope your team does well in the round of 16 if you're in it. And, of course, up the England. 3 lions on a shirt. All that.